The Four Seasons in Orlando, well, they're giving you an opportunity to win a $24,000 vacation. And one Royal Caribbean passenger, well, he was being medically evacuated and they stopped him on the way out to pay his bill. We're going to talk about all that and more right now. Hey, what's going on, Adventure Fam? Hope you're doing well. The energy is high again today. It is a beautiful day, and Memorial Day weekend is coming up. And look, what do you guys got planned for the weekend? We don't really have much going on this weekend, but we're just going to relax, enjoy the time, enjoy the weather, and remember what the holiday is all about. Now, we're going to cover two quick stories today. I want to teach you how you can potentially win a $24,000 vacation. And look, we're going to talk about a Royal Caribbean passenger who was told to pay his bill before he got medically evacuated. The story doesn't really add up, but we're going to talk about that and more. So before we do, I want you to go ahead and become part of the Adventure Fam. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, and drop a like for the energy in today's video. And without further ado, let's jump into story number one. All right, so jumping into story number one, it is a $24,000 vacation giveaway that you have an opportunity to win. The contest is being held between May 22nd and May 29th. I'm going to give you all the details on how you can enter to win this $24,000 vacation. Now, the vacation is a partnership between Brightline, which is Florida's transportation, the newest train transportation in Florida, and the Walt Disney World, well, I guess I should say the Four Seasons Orlando at Walt Disney World. They are partnering up for this $24,000 vacation giveaway. Now, if you want to enter this vacation giveaway, I've already put my entry in, so you're going to have to beat me out for it. Let me tell you everything that you can win if you are selected as the winner for this contest. So the package is going to include 4 PREMIUM Brightline round-trip tickets from South Florida to Orlando, ground transportation, and a 3-night stay in a 2-bedroom park view suite. It's also going to include 4 50-minute spa treatments, 1 round of golf for 4 people, access to a private poolside cabana at the adults-only pool, and daily breakfast for 4. Now, as far as food, the contest winner is also going to receive dinner for 4 at Capa, a Michelin-starred restaurant. So follow that. Sounds like an amazing time. I'm going to go ahead and link the description down below. You can click on that link and go to the contest page where you can enter your information for your chance to win. Again, the contest is being held between May 22nd and May 29th. And good luck to each and every one of you who is going to enter that contest. All right, so jumping into story number 2. Now, the story that I've read on this just came out a couple days ago, but the actual incident on board this cruise ship happened a couple of years ago. Now, we've got a couple from Saginaw, Michigan, who have said they have never been into the ocean. They've never been on a plane. However, when they bought their first house in Saginaw, Michigan in 2018, their real estate agent gifted them tickets for a Royal Caribbean cruise. Now, the couple, Vincent Wozni and his fiancée, Sarah Eberly, well, they had to wait a couple of years because of that whole pandemic thing that took place, and finally in 2022, they were able to take their cruise, and they chose to go to the Bahamas because they wanted to visit Royal Caribbean's private island of Coco Cay, which I don't blame them. It's a beautiful island. Now, when they finally got to Coco Cay, this is when Vincent started to feel a little off. They went back to their room to plan their last full day at sea, and while they were in there, he had a sharp pain, started agonizing, and blood started coming out of his mouth as he had a seizure. His fiance went to the hallway, started screaming for help, and another gentleman whose wife is an emergency room physician came in. The medical team from Royal Caribbean brought up a wheelchair, and they wheeled him down to the medical department on the ship, where they gave him some medication, some IVs, and started to monitor him from there. Now, after they monitored Wozni for a few hours, I believe, they sent him back up to his room after he was feeling fine. Now, a couple of hours later, he had a second seizure, and in the middle of the seizure, he stopped breathing, so his fiance again ran out and accidentally locked herself out. The medical team did come up again, and by the time they got up there, apparently he was breathing, but he had broken blood vessels in his chest and his neck, kind of resembling tiger stripes at that point. So that was his second seizure on board the royal ship in a couple of hours. Now, while Wozni was down in the medical center for his second seizure being treated, he had a third seizure, which was a grand mal seizure. Grand mal seizures can lead to unconsciousness. You can have muscle contractions. But they were at that point close enough to shore where they can get him by rescue boat to shore for further medical care. So that's exactly what they did. They put him on a stretcher, they lowered him down to the rescue boat, and his fiance, Sarah, climbed down the ladder to join him. Now, this is where the story takes a little bit of a turn, according to Sarah and Wozni. So apparently, before they left the ship, that is exactly when Royal Caribbean presented them with a bill. Now, before we go any further, just note that Wozni did not have any land-based medical insurance coverage. However, Royal Caribbean, according to their policy, doesn't take it anyway. However, according to their policy, they also require full payment up front for any kind of services before you get off of the ship. Everybody knows this when you take a cruise. Before you get off, you have to true up your bill. This includes any medical care costs. Now, that's exactly what happened before Wozni was going to debark the ship. They came and brought him a bill for $2,500, mostly for the medical services, but it also included things like Wi-Fi. Now, once they got the bill, they of course didn't have the money for it. They said they drained their accounts. They tried to drain their accounts for their house payment. They tried to drain all their accounts. Now, the payment actually did go through based upon an overdraft with their banking institution. However, once they got home, they got some additional bills for the medical services that they received on land. They went into some payment plans and things of that nature. But when I look at this entire story in its totality, and I will link it down below for you to take a look at, even if the trip was free, you probably, it doesn't sound like they had enough money to really go on the trip itself. It sounds like they were maybe hurting for money and didn't have a lot of money to begin with. So, right, you got to take caution. Just because the trip is free, there's other incidental costs and things that are going to happen. They didn't have travel insurance. They didn't have medical insurance. It didn't sound like they have a lot of money in their bank account, which means they probably shouldn't have taken the free trip anyway, just because of all of the other incidentals and things that you need to pay for. Doesn't sound like they really have money to cover that, and so now they are obviously paying payments on some of these items, the medical bills, and one of the medical facilities said they've already missed payments, so they got themselves into a world of hurt when it came to the medical payments. Now, again, it's not his fault. He had seizures. I get it. However, when you don't have the funds and you don't have the money to be able to cover certain things, it doesn't sound like they really should have gone on this trip in the first place. But take a look at the description. Take a look at the story. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. It's a crazy situation. We obviously haven't heard Royal Caribbean side of things. They haven't come out and made a statement on this at all. So we haven't seen that. But so there's always two sides to a story, and then there's somewhere in the middle called the truth. So not sure. Go check out the article down below in the description. But those are the two stories we got going for you today. Hope you guys go out and have a rest of your blessed Thursday. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And remember, Memorial Day is coming up. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. And if you're not part of the Adventure Fam, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you a part of the Adventure Fam. And go enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a blessed rest of your week. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.